Welcome back, folks. In this movie, I am going to talk about nested smart objects. So, what are nested smart objects? Well, in one sentence, nested smart objects are smart objects within a smart object. Well, when they comes into play? Well, in the previous model, you have learned about smart filters, and smart filters are really great, but they do have some limitations. If you are working with smart objects, you will get only one mask layer to work with, and then smart filters get limited. But nested smart objects come into play, and they give you ultimate power and flexibility, and without any limitations to work with your smart objects. By using nested smart object, you can apply as many filter you want in single image within different part. So let me explain this with examples. So here you can see this is an image from previous model, and till this model you are familiar with smart filters. So now what if I say I need a smart filter on only this portion, this man, and I want that background to be blurred. So how you do that? Well, first of all, you will say that is really easy because you have learned smart filters. So let me show you how you will do that. So first of all, you just convert to smart object because this is raster now. Right click and convert to smart object, and now it's smart object. Now you go to filter, and now you'll say you need sharpen. So you can go ahead and you can use sharpen, and you can use anything, but actually I really like to show you with this high pass. This is really great, and this is really so sharp. So now I'm going to click this high pass, and this is going to be apply a smart filter here. So you can see this look really gray, but you can see these edges are so sharpened. So this is really fine, and let me make it so much big. It's almost a 200 pixels. That will gonna be very fine, and I hit OK. So of course we don't want this gray. So for that you'll go to smart filters, and you can just double click on this one, and now comes to blending option, and here you do something like a soft light or hard light. Well, do overlay and see. Well, that's look really fine. And what about hard light? That look fine too. So actually I choose this hard light. Okay, and now you'll say okay, fine, you want this image sharpen and the background will be blur. So now what you can do, you can just go to the selection tool, and you just go ahead and select all of it. This is really very easy way. Okay, and just select all of it, and you can see the selections comes like here. We don't want that, so you can hold on your alt key or command key, and you can see this symbol is look like a minus. So now you can just go ahead and make it like this to fit to their legs. And actually I'm not worried about this because this is not lesson for how you can make a selections. It is a lesson for nested smart objects. So I just go ahead and quickly I do this. Okay, so yes, done. And now this is selections, and now what you'll do, you will go to select and go to inverse or press shift control I, and now it's inverted. And now go to the smart filters, and then go to edit, fill, and it filled with black. You can see this is a black. Hit OK, and now you can see it's filled with black, and now only this is sharpened, but the background is now normal as it was. So I press Ctrl to deselect it, and now I'll say Rahul, I did that. Now this is sharpened and this is normal. So I told you that this needs to be blur. So now you'll say that, well, you need that background to be blurred. So I just go ahead and select this image. I go to filter, I go to blur, and now I choose Gaussian blur. And now you'll see, oh my god, this is not working. This image got blur. Why not the background one? Well, I just cancel it, and let me show you why. Because you got only one marks to work with, and now whatever you do and whatever filter you're going to apply, it will only going to apply this one. It will not going to affect that background. And there is a limitation of smart filters because this is how smart filter works. So how you can blur that background? Well, I told you, in that situations, nested smart objects come into play, and they give you ultimate power and flexibility. Let me show you how you can do that blur. So first of all, I right click on this one, and this is trick. Go to here, convert to smart object, and just click this one, and now you can see it's converted to smart object, and now this is a single smart object. And now what you can do, you can go to filter because this is one image. I go to blur, and I just choose Gaussian blur, and now you can see it's got blurred. It's got too much blurred. Now let's reduce this to be 20 pixel and see how it's look. Well, let's reduce down like this much. Yeah, this much will be fine. I hit OK, and now you can see this is now blurred. Now what you'll do, you can just grab this selection tool and now select it, but this is really hard. I mean, if you can't see this, don't worry, press Ctrl Z and just remove this one, because this is really beauty of smart filters. So just go ahead, now select it, and now once again I select it whole. There we go, this much, and I quickly do this because I'm not worried about selecting it properly. I hold Alt and I can just drag it down as quickly as possible. There we go, and here too. So I just make it look like this one. And now what you can do, you can just go ahead and turn its visibility to be on, and now you can see the selections. Now what you can do, you can just go ahead and select the smart filters and fill this with black, so it will going to be normal, and now this area got to be blurred. Let me show you. I go to edit, fill it with black. You see this is black, okay, and now you can see it's sharpened, and now I press Ctrl D, deselect it, and now you can see the power of nested smart object, and this is really great. You can see you can apply more than one filters to the same image on different part of any images, and that's really great. Now you can see this sharpened filters comes from one smart object, and this blur comes from this smart object. So this is really great. So let me give you another big example. So I just double click one to edit it, and now you can see we are in our nested inside smart objects. So this is really good. This is 1 and this is 2. So now what I do, I just go ahead and apply another filter to only these portions. So I go to filter, I go to stylize, and here I really like to give it a wind effect, I mean blast effect, and now it will going to look really great. You can see this is a blast effect, and now what I do, I just hit OK, and you can see it's now affected this one. And if I press Ctrl S to save, now I go to back, and you can see now it's got affected here. And even if I go back once again and I just get rid of this wind effect, and I just go to filter, stylize, and now if I go to tiles and let's make it 10, and you can see now it's applied to only this image, I mean only this mask, and this is really great. So I press Ctrl S, and now here you can see the difference. So this is really amazing. So nested smart objects are really great. I highly recommend you to go ahead and use them in your daily Photoshop life whenever it's possible to use, and this is a little tricky, but this is great. So if you want, go ahead, watch this video again to just understand it very clearly. So thank you so much, and see you in the next movie.